Hey guys, so I thought today I'd bring you along to do chili sauce. This we used for like on top of meatloaf, baked beans. It's really good. We also used it in meat pies and things like that. My mom always used it on her eggs, so it's kind of versatile. And we are completely out because my neighbor really wanted some, and he calls it the old-fashioned stuff. So I don't really know what that means, but anyways, I thought I needed to make some, and I thought why not bring you guys along while I did it. Now, I am going to say the original recipe calls for a 6-quart basket of tomatoes. Well, we all know today, who knows what the heck back then, a 6-quart basket of tomatoes consisted of, how many tomatoes were in it. So my aunt came up with, when she makes it, she used 5 cans of diced tomatoes. So that's what I started doing, because she said 1 can of tomatoes works roughly to 1 quart approximately of tomatoes. So I've just been doing it like that ever since. But I'm going to get started here, and I'll bring you right back. Sorry about that. I forgot to open up all my cans of tomatoes. So what I got in here is a little bit of butter. Okay. That freaks you out. Then I guess you could always add the tomatoes first before you do this next part. But this is 6 cups of celery, I think. I did this yesterday, guys. 6 cups of celery and 4 cups of onions. And I'm actually going to put this all in. Sorry guys, it's been a crazy, crazy day here. Pig trucks coming in. My Malamute, got one of my chickens today. It's been a crazy day, crazy. So I'm going to toast this up a little bit, like get it started. Alright, so I already got my water bath can. I already washed all my jars, guys, and oops, I actually got them all in the oven, sitting there keeping warm. I was doing that while I was trying to clean my house. Got to multitask in this lifetime now. So the other things you're going to need is 2 cups of vinegar. Now, I ran out of white vinegar, guys, so I'm just going to use apple cider. It's no big deal. 5 cups of sugar, some mustard seed, and some salt, and the tomatoes. That's it. I've even been known to, when I have extra celery, I've used dehydrated celery in this, and it was fine before. And, my mom always called it a 15-minute chili sauce because it only cooks for 15 minutes, but I've never had it cook for 15 minutes, so I don't know. But it is so good. It's like, my husband just loves this stuff. And anybody I've ever gifted, like I actually gift this at Christmas. It reminds me of their grandmother's chili sauce, and I think that's where this came from, but unfortunately I can't ask that question because they're no longer here. So alright guys, so this is, I'm gonna pick you guys up, hope I don't make you seasick. So this is what it looks like right here, and I just kind of let that get kind of started. And then I'm going to add the tomatoes. Then I'm going to add the vinegar and get that started. And then I'll add the sugar, because the sugar, I don't want it to burn. But the smell, like, who doesn't love onions and celery, right? Like, put it back. Now, if you guys like peppers, my grandma used to put peppers in this. Put about 3 or 4 peppers in it. I don't have any. I work with what I got. So juice and all, guys. You guys haven't noticed, I love cooking. It is like, if I'm really stressed out with the farm and everything that's going on, this is my go-to thing to do. My go-to. My kids know, stay out of my kitchen when I'm doing this kind of stuff, because this is my happy place. When I get it all stirred up, guys, I'll bring it right back over. And this pot will be full. I'm trying to use, I bought this induction burner. Total waste of money. So I'm trying to get my money's worth out of it. The lady, like when I bought it at the store, I wanted it, and the vinegar's going in, guys. I wanted it for my pressure canner. And she's like, yep, you can use it on aluminum. Nope, you can't. Alright, I'm going to add the sugar now. I'm going to have to do it at 2 separate times, guys. This pot is full. That's okay. I know this pot can handle it. The one I like to use won't work on this thing either. You can't use stainless steel on this, but you can use cast iron. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So, every time I've ever made this, guys, I always think of salsa. But it's really, like, it's sweet, but it's savory all at the same time. Rest. Like I said, I'm going to go right to the rim, guys. Turn down my water. So good. All right. Now, mustard seed, I always have to look this up, is 2 2/3 of a tablespoon. I swear my grandma made all these recipes, because if you had her recipe book, it was a dash of this, a dash of that, quarter pinch of something, and then salt. Is 1 tablespoon. And this is actually canning or kosher salt, guys. And I'll write the recipe down below. Now, if you guys like mustard, like the smell of mustard seed, add more mustard seed. Like, it smells really good. So we're basically just waiting for everything to heat through. With using the canned tomatoes, like if you had jarred tomatoes, I've done that because I needed to rotate my stock or whatever. I believe I used, I think, 4 of the quart jars to make this, roughly. I use this pot because I know how full I need it. So, like I said, if you have extra tomatoes in your pantry and you want to use some up, or you just don't want to go out and buy any, go for it. If I had some, I'm actually right out. That's why I need to up my canning for this year. I ran out of mostly everything. My canning is low. Alright guys, I'm going to show you. I'm going to pick you up again. Show you. So, that's what it looks like. Doesn't that just look delicious? Like I said, like, I don't know. Maybe this is like a old-fashioned salsa kind of thing. I don't know. But this has been cooked my entire life. My grandma made it. My mom made it. My aunts still make it. I have 2 aunts that are still alive. And they still make this every year. Like, this was the... Like... Now, they put peppers in theirs. Because we use this in, like, a meat pies. And I use this in baked beans. It is amazing in baked beans. Things like that. I don't add the peppers. Now, I guess it, like... The original recipe says for 3 medium peppers. It's not like there's supposed to be 5 cups of peppers or anything. So, but I'm gonna let this cook down a little bit, guys, and then I'll bring you back when I'm ready to go to that point, and then I'm gonna get everything else ready. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, guys. So it's been a few minutes now. As you can see, I'm boiling pretty good. Right there. Oh, I love cooking. Okay. Actually, I got cooking, starting dinner, prepping dinner, and I looked over and it was boiling. So now at this point, I'm going to let it go for 20 minutes. I'm going to see what the consistency is. If I like it, I'll come back and show you exactly what I look for. And then we'll jar it up, get it in the water bath canner, and we'll be good to go. All right, we'll be back in about 20 minutes. And for me, and about 2 minutes for you. Alright guys, we're back. Alright, sorry, I just had to wash my hands here. Okay, so here we are. We are at the level of thickness that I like. If you want to cook it down a little bit more, go right ahead. And then I'm going to show you guys how I use some of this too. An upcoming video. But I just wanted to show you how, you know, it does reduce. And if, like I said, if you want it reduced more, go for it. But this is the consistency that we like it at. Because it will thicken up a little more in the jars. So, alright. So I'm going to get my station all set up here. And get the jars all out of the oven. And I will be right back. Alright guys. Let's jar it up. Okay, I'm doing this the opposite way I normally do, so bear with me. Alright, oh, those are hot. Okay, so fill these up. Oh, the smell. Smell reminds me of home. These last 2 recipes I've showed you guys, this is like my childhood in a jar. It's hot. So we're going to debubble. Gonna make sure you guys can see that. Yep. Like I said, a lot like a salsa if you make salsa. Did 1-inch headspace. Half an inch headspace, sorry. Wiping that rim really good. Good. Bring. Guys, I'm going to be doing some freezer meals coming up here soon. So if that's something you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments. And that's what it looks like in the jar. Guys, I hope I washed enough jars. If not, I'll wash some more. More in here. Hot, hot, hot. Bubble. Wipe that rim. Now, like I've said before, my mom and grandma did not water bath can. They basically would just put the lid on this, like so. Put the ring on it, put it on the counter, and hope it's sealed. So, I water bath can these for 20 minutes just because that's how I was taught to can, was never to water bath can. I learned that much later in life. So I process for 20 minutes because that's what you do for tomatoes. So that's what I go with. Alright. Alright guys, I'm going to keep jarring these up. I'll let you know how many jars I get. And when they come out of the canner, I'll show you. I'll be right back. Okay guys, let's take them out of the canner. This has been processing for 20 minutes. I did get a full canner. I do have a bigger water bath canner, but it's all the way downstairs, so we're just going to deal with this one. So there we go. This will take us about a year to go through, so I use it, but not like spaghetti sauce or anything like that. Just going to make sure you guys can see that. Yep. So pretty in a jar. You know, I think, you know, if you have a recipe that your grandma made or your mom made or whatever, and you got to adapt it to, you know, today. You know, like I said, my mom and my grandma, my aunts, they still don't water bath can. They still do it. You know, they cook their lids. They put their lid on the hot jar. And that's it. You know. And I can't tell them otherwise because, you know, they're in their 90s. They're not going to. So I think it's important to teach our kids these recipes and teach our kids how to preserve the harvest. Pretty soon I'll be harvesting our garden and another thing, and you know, they got to learn how to do this stuff, and if we don't teach them, they're never gonna know. So I'm just gonna pick you guys up here, show you. Look at that, still bubbling in the jar. All right. Well, thanks for coming with me today, guys. That's canning my family's chili sauce. You can hear the pings. And, oh, I did get an extra liter jar, but that's okay because I have meat pies to put in the freezer for next week. So if you guys want to see that, how I make the crust and the filling, you let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for coming with me, guys. And I hope to see you later. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.